Good morning, everybody. It's me, Kelly, your DRE here, and I wanted to say hello and good day. And I'm so pleased with today's topic of today's service because energy is something that I work with all the time, every day, and have for the last at least 7 years since I was attuned to a practice called Reiki. And before I get going, I want to make sure that I say thank you to Jackie and Bill for that wonderful Tai Chi that you just offered us. Reiki, I feel like, is a cousin to Tai Chi as a practice. And the way that Jackie explained the breakdown of the words Tai and Chi, the same is true for Rei and Ki. Reiki means Rei is life force, and Ki, just like Chi in Tai Chi, means energy. So Reiki is life force energy. And I've had people ask me throughout my journey, if you don't know, I'm in the process of receiving treatment for breast cancer. And people have said to me, what's your secret? What do you have energy. And honestly, the only thing I can think to say is Reiki. It's my relationship with Reiki. It's my reliance on Reiki as a way to feel grounded with myself, but also as a way to move energy and to invite in healing. You might have heard of hands-on healing touch. Reiki is very similar to that. It's a very gentle and loving and clearing expression. And there's a lot of intention behind it. So this is something that is rooted, Reiki is rooted in what's called a lineage. So I've got this tree of life here to demonstrate the lineage that I'm on. And I might be up here in one of these little clusters of leaves, but the root, the foundation of my teachings in Reiki started with a person named Dr. Usui, who founded Reiki and who channeled the principles. And so I'm going to be talking to you about the principles here in just a second, but just so you get an idea, Reiki is rooted in the teachings and wisdom of one person who spread that information out and who I am now connected to through all of time. And when I attune people, because I'm a Reiki master practitioner and I sometimes attune people, that means that they're on the same lineage that I'm on and we can trace it back to the origin. One of the key elements of Reiki are the Reiki symbols. And the Reiki symbols are held as sacred, and so they're kept private between teacher and student. They're only passed down the lineage from one person who is attuned and has the knowledge of Reiki to a person who wants to fully embody the practice of Reiki. So I won't be showing you the symbols today or talking to you about the symbols today, but the most important thing that you can know about Reiki is that it is an invitation for loving universal life force energy to move through one person towards another person. And so the way that I've embodied that here is to put hearts on my hands, because it is very much as if love is flowing through me as a practitioner and towards the person who is receiving Reiki. And the person who's receiving Reiki today might just be myself, which is also awesome. The thing that I learned at my first Reiki training and my first Reiki session is that people who are offering Reiki envision themselves as a hollow bone. So it's not me creating the energy. It's not me doing anything, Kelly, the I. It's myself being a hollow bone and a channel through which loving life force energy can move. Pretty cool. So while I won't be sharing the symbols with you today, just know that love is enough, and that's what it is. It's about loving kindness. But there are principles of Reiki that we embody as practitioners. And just like Unitarian Universalism, we have our 7 principles. In Reiki, we have 5 principles. And I'm going to go through those with you quickly. So they are, just for today, I will be grateful. Right? Gratitude aligns us with what we have. Instead of thinking out, what do I not have? What do I need? How could this be different? Gratitude grounds us into what is actually nourishing and true for us, which is we have a lot. We have a lot to be thankful for when we really break it down that way. So just for today, I will be grateful. This one's a little harder. Just for today, I will not worry. So worry again takes us out of the present moment and aligns us with something that was in the past. We're worrying about what we said yesterday or about what that person did to us 5 years ago. Or it takes us into the future. What if I lose my job? What if this thing happens? What if? And it takes us away from the present moment. So in Reiki, we say, just for today, I'll be grateful and I will not worry. We also say, just for today, I will not rush to anger. Another tough cookie to bite off of in these crazy wild times. But it's important to note when we do feel the flush and rush of anger rising up in us, that we make sure that we channel it correctly. So when we're rushing to anger, it means that we are not present with ourselves with compassion. So who knows why somebody's acting the way that they're acting? Maybe they actually need a little bit of compassion from us. It's a hard one to embody, but it's something that every day when I light my Reiki candle in the morning, I think of. The fourth principle, just for today, I will do my work honestly. So when we do our work honestly, it calls us to integrity within ourselves and with others. And when we are with ourselves in integrity, everything else is lining up for us. That's my personal opinion and feeling on it. And it's really not that hard when you really think about it. When you really assert yourself when you align yourself with honesty, if you haven't really been honest with yourself or with others in your life, and you make a stand for honesty, the change can happen pretty quickly. And finally, just for today, I will be kind. And so this invites us to the question of, what would be the most kind thing I can do right now? What would be the most kind thing I can do right now? And that might mean towards yourself. Maybe the most kind thing you can do right now is to take a break, have a snack, have a drink of water. So in these ways, the principles help us, again, it's always bringing us back to the present, and it's always bringing us back to ourselves. Reiki is always inviting the practitioner home to themselves. And in offering Reiki, we're inviting the recipient of the medicine back home to themselves as well. So, one thing that I wanted to say is that anybody can offer loving kindness towards anything, right? As long as it's coming from a place of loving kindness. Say you might have a plant that needs a little bit of extras, I don't know, maybe it looks like it's losing a little bit of life force. You can turn your palms toward that plant and say, with loving kindness, I hope that with a little bit of water, you feel better today. When we bless our food, that's a Reiki practice. When we say thank you for the food that's been grown and given to us on our plates, in a way that is Reiki in life. That is Reiki alive. So there are many, many ways to practice Reiki, and I personally am so grateful for the opportunity to tell you all about Reiki because it has been such an incredible gift in my personal life. So thank you so much for having me this morning, and thank you Vivian, Karen, and Lee, and all of the participants for such a beautiful service today. I love the music too, by the way. Thanks everybody.